It started with a letter, not a knock at the door, not a friendly chat. Just a smug, self-important envelope slid under the wrought iron gate of my 150-year-old Texas ranch, sealed with the emblem of the newly formed Limestone Trails HOA. I didn't even live in a suburban neighborhood. I lived on land that had belonged to my great-great-grandfather, land older than the paved road leading up to it. 5 generations of ranchers had lived, worked, and died on this land. And I planned to do the same, until a group of retired lawyers and bored housewives decided my land was part of their extended beautification zone. That was their term, not mine. The trouble started when I decided to dig a pond. Nothing fancy, just a medium-sized watering hole for the livestock, and maybe a little rowboat for my grandkids when they came to visit. I hired a contractor, marked off the area, and got to digging. By day 2, I had a half-acre crater and one very angry woman in yoga pants banging on my gate. Her name was Carla, the self-appointed president of Limestone Trails HOA. Her home was technically part of a new luxury development that bordered my ranch. That didn't stop her from acting like she ran everything for a 5-mile radius. "You can't do this without approval," she shrieked from behind the bars of my gate, clutching her clipboard like it gave her authority. "This land is subject to easement covenants." I just looked at her. "Ma'am, my great-great-grandfather built this land with a mule and 2 hands. I don't answer to your HOA." Apparently, that was the wrong thing to say. By the end of the week, I'd received not 1, not 2, but 6 violation notices, each citing increasingly ridiculous reasons for halting construction: noise complaints, soil erosion concerns, unapproved landscaping. One even accused me of harboring aggressive wildlife, referring to my 3-legged sheepdog, Rusty. Carla even had the nerve to post pictures of my half-dug pond in the community Facebook group with captions like, "Unregulated landowner, disrupting our peaceful environment." Peaceful, huh? Meanwhile, these were the same people who hosted karaoke nights until midnight and parked golf carts on public roads. I tried reasoning with them. I invited Carla to the ranch to walk the property, see that everything was safe, environmentally sound, and none of her business. She declined. Instead, I started getting visits from county inspectors, 4 of them in 10 days. Someone had filed anonymous complaints. It didn't take a genius to figure out who. That's when I found the power box. You see, these luxury homes, all pristine white fences and smart landscaping, weren't on a county grid yet. The developer had installed a shared electrical substation, which sat, conveniently, on a 15-foot strip of land that technically belonged to me, part of an old, forgotten agreement from before the neighborhood went up. The station powered about 60 homes, including Carla's house. And suddenly, I had an idea. I called my lawyer, a good one, the kind who wears cowboy boots with his suit and knows how to find things in old land deeds. Sure enough, the easement allowing the power company to install that box was temporary and had expired 3 years ago. Technically, my lawyer said, they're trespassing, and you could revoke access with proper notice. So I did. I drafted a formal notice revoking easement access, citing land ownership and expired permits. I even gave them 7 business days to vacate and relocate the substation. I hand-delivered the notice to the power company, who panicked, and to Carla, who laughed in my face. "You wouldn't dare," she said. "Oh, I would." On day 8, at precisely 6 a.m., I had a crew dig a trench around the station and disconnected the main line, legally and under the supervision of my attorney. Within minutes, 60 homes lost power. Sprinklers stopped mid-cycle. Smart thermostats failed. Garage doors wouldn't open. And Carla? She came flying down the gravel path in a satin robe and bedazzled slippers, screaming bloody murder. "You can't do this. We have medical equipment." "If that's the case," I said calmly, "you should have kept your permits in order." The power company sent a truck by noon, but they couldn't reconnect without a legal easement, and I wasn't giving them one. For 3 days, the neighborhood went dark. Backup generators hummed. Tempers flared. People started calling City Hall, the local paper, even the sheriff, but no one could force me to restore power. On day 4, Carla knocked on my gate again, this time politely. She offered to discuss terms. I said I'd consider re-granting the easement if they withdrew all HOA complaints, issued a public apology, and acknowledged my land as sovereign and exempt from HOA governance. She stormed off, but by day 5 I got an official notice. All violations withdrawn. No further HOA oversight on your property. Sorry for the inconvenience. I reconnected the power that afternoon, but the pond? Oh, it got finished. And then some. I added a little dock, a pair of Adirondack chairs, even a sign, private property. Trespassers will be swim lessoned. Carla never spoke to me again, but she did have to replace every perishable item in her fridge. Funny thing about justice, sometimes it comes not with fists or lawyers, but with a backhoe, a property line, and a little help from the power company.